9 Things How to Not Being a Toxic Parents. Parents have very vital role in kids' growth. Whatever parents did in the past will significantly impact on the kids' behavior and the way they think in the future. But unfortunately, we often find toxic parents or abusive parents either physically or verbally, or do both of them. In many ways, many kids grew up with toxic parents and it's really hard to avoid. But a kid will be the parents in the future. So based on our own experience that it's not a good thing to be raised by parents who are toxic. The impact of toxic parents can cause many issues in relationship, either platonic or romantic relationship. It also will affect to how the kids put themselves on social environment. Some kids who are raised by toxic parents have low self-esteem and self-confidence, and are more vulnerable especially when it comes to personal issues. However, as a parents, we can learn how to be a good one and avoid being a toxic parents which can cause any mental health issues to our children. By experiencing it, you will have the example of that kind of parents so you can have the great way to monitor our own behavior to your children. Generally, you can do the opposite as your parents did in any given situation to raise your children. We all believe that our parents are unconsciously did that way to us because they don't know. But these days you can access many informations easily through internet and YouTube, so you can learn many things about parentings and build strong commitment to apply those knowledge to your parenting style. Every parent can be easy to fall into toxic parenting patterns, that's why you should know how to avoid it. In this video, I'm going to explain how to avoid being the toxic parent so we can raise our children with the better way than how our parents raised us in the past. 1. Encourage your child to be their own person. You should encourage your child to be their own version. Let them be who they are. Don't try to change them based on your vision of who your child should be. Imposing your desire on your children can be damaging to their sense of self. That also means to let them wear what they want, even if you think it's horrifically ugly. Whereas you have bought them something else to wear instead. It means to let them choose their activities as well, such as computer programming, soccer, ballet, or chess club, whatever they want and they like. Moreover, it also means to always provide them your support and cheer them on, too. Therefore they will know that you respect their choices. 2. Allow your child to have secrets as long as they're not dangerous. Our children don't belong to us, even though we are their parents who financed them and gave them birth so they are in this world. They are an individual that deserve to have privacy and secret, so we need to respect it. A toxic parents often feel that their children told them everything. Otherwise, you should know that every little thing your child thinks or does during their day. Just like adults, our kids also deserve to have secret because they want to build their own lives in this world. As long as the secret is not something that puts your kids in danger, it's normal for them to have secret even from their parents. For example, they might have a hidden diary, or untold feeling to their friends. 3. Let your child mess up. Sometimes parents are overreacted when they see child makes a mistake. The toxic parents usually upset or angry, and reprimand their kids when they mess up. Don't you realize that we also often make mistake because we are only a human being? So you also need to allow your children to be a human, and give direction to kids especially when they fail or do mistake. 4. Have age-appropriate expectations. Another common signs of the toxic parents is they often set the high expectations for their children, and sometimes inappropriate with their age. However, it's also necessary to have realistic expectations of your children. But avoid being an abusive parent that hold the kids to the standard and expectations which are beyond those children's years. For instance, you expect a 2-year-old to be potty trained, or being angry that a toddler can't sit quietly through an entire meal. Instead of setting them to meet your high expectations, just be patient and always facilitate their growth. 5. Talk to them. At certain moments, kids are very annoying. They may drain our energy, so we often feel so tired and don't know what to do. In the end, we yell to them instead of talking to them. However, kids are just like that. They are not adults, so they may often spill their milk on your sofa, or play with your cosmetics, and something like that. But instead of yelling, consider to sitting your child down and talking to them. Maybe they only want to have the toys they eagerly want, or maybe they have to learn to feel frustrated and that it's okay to feel the feeling. Don't yell to children when they do something makes you frustrated. Build a conversation and it will help the situation go a long way. 6. Don't burden them with your problems. Many parents often burden their children with their own problem at work or in marriage relationship, consciously or not. But it's considered as not a good thing for our children. According to Susan Forward at her book by the same name, The Hallmark of Toxic Parents is one who expects their child to take care of them, instead of the other way around. It is not the child's job to wonder where rent money will come from, or why Uncle John won't talk to the family. However, kids don't have perspective that adults do. For kids, small problems may seem the big problems. Also, they have no responsibility to provide shoulder for you. 7. Be careful with bribes. Bribing kids is not a good idea, especially if you do it to make them follow what you want, such as to go potty, or to stay quiet. Instead of overly bribing kids, we should be patient with their behavior and attitude, and just give them example because kids are the excellent imitator. 8. Cut the cord. Keep in your mind as well that your children will grow up one day. You have to be able to let them go, even though it may be hard for you. Start from the small thing, like allowing your children to playdates at their friends' houses without you there. In the next level, allow them to go to the movie theater with their friends. And when they are adult, they will be ready to live independently apart from you. In that moment, you need to cut the cord and realize that your children are ready to live in their own lives. 9. Respect their boundaries. Setting boundaries is a very crucial thing everyone should do in every relationship. You should make the boundaries with your children, and allow them to stick on their own boundaries. Don't walk over their boundaries, just respect it and let your children have their own lives.